Blackwing Lair and Zul'Gurub testing is live today on the Season of Discovery PTR, meaning that Phase 5 is probably like a month away, end of September. This video is about 3 big wins and 3 big losses for the Druid class. What is up, Druids of Azeroth? My name is Remy, the Doggo Druid, and in this video we're going to talk about some of the big wins and the big losses that we've discovered so far leaked on the PTR. All of this, of course, is subject to change. First of all, we've got this whole list of Druid-specific items. I'm going to link it in the description box down below for you to take a look at. It's got everything from all of the new tier sets, all of the PvP sets, all of the new weapons, trinkets, all of that. And we're going to start off with the big losses, the one that's got me upset the most, and that is sunsetting of Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros. Expensive item and lucky drop off of a final boss or 2 of Molten Core. It is not something that every feral kitty has, but it's something that we've all been striving for a while now, ever since this was announced or data mined in the Phase 4 PTR. It's going to be replaced in the very next phase. The Geddon's Glaive is going to be Biss. I really like the artwork, honestly. Basically 4% crits and 298 feral attack power compared to, what we've got here, 358 feral attack power. It's about, about 50, 60 attack power less, but you're gaining a lot of raw stats, which is going to be improved by other things. This thing is just outright better. We also have Raylar, 338 AP, chance on hit to life steal, and it transforms into a Boomy Resto staff. Bunch of strength, a bunch of agility. This also outperforms Sulfurous. So what I'm hoping is that if you've earned Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros, there's going to be some kind of cosmetic item that allows you to maintain that Fire Kitty form. We already see that there is a new toy keyring item that's been data mined on the PTR that lets you into a new Celestial Visage form for Boomkins. Why that's super important, I'll talk about in just a second. I wouldn't be surprised if you buy this with Fireland Embers or reals from the vendor in Booty Bay. Now, another huge problem that I have with the leaks so far is the Animist's Fury item. I know another feral druid specific problem, but still it's worth discussing. In Classic, players use the Wolfhead's Helm, a level 40 item, all the way past level 60. Just the bonus energy that you get for shifting is a big deal. But here we have yet again another phase where we're going to be not allowed to use the cool new head enchants because we are using Wolf's Head Helm enchant from the Incursion vendor. Permanently adds 20 stam, 10 strength, and 10 agility to a leg or head slot item. Currently in phase 4, we're losing out on fire resist enchants. This is still going to be usable on legs, but it's just going to we're only going to have to farm 1, I guess. Now, the third big problem that I have with loot and changes so far in Phase 5 PTR is the Bounty of Storm Range. This is the Resto Druid tier set. And down here, it's the 6-piece bonus that's got me kind of upset a little bit. Some of you are very happy about this. I guess it's kind of subjective. Increases wild growth by 10% and allows wild growth to be used in Moonkin form with healing increased by an additional 50%. The way that things are in Season of Discovery when it comes to healers, all right, if a group has a Shadow Priest in it, then you really don't need to pay too much attention to that group because of the incidental healing that their abilities give out. And one of the more popular specs to bring in Classic was Restokin, which is a Boomkin Resto spec, basically a high damage dealing healer, somebody that does damage first and does spot heals later. So I can see a world where pure Resto Druids or players that are pure healing are going to be losing out raid slots to those that are doing damage as well as healing. And I know that that's how things are in retail, especially like in Mythic Plus and all of that. Speed is king. All of the Resto Druids are very likely going to be replaced with Restokin or Boomkin / Resto Druids right after we got a fun new tree rune for our cape. I guess not. To add a little bit of credence to this, like I mentioned earlier, the new Moonkin form is being added, so a lot of players are going to be gravitating towards this. I think this is a subjective problem, but I liked the really passive, really lazy healing that the tree Resto spec provided. It was quite a bit more relaxing than the lottery spec Feral Cat that I'm playing right now. And, I guess a lot of people are liking this a lot. And, that's actually going to be a big deal on the upside. One of the things that a lot of people are really kind of upset about that I think is actually a good thing is the Shapeshifter's Sigil. Now, this is one of the big things that I liked about the data so far. This trinket is going to allow us to be invaluable. This is going to make it so that there will be a Druid wanted in every single raid group, not just one feral. There was a change to make Wild Strikes raid wide, but the ability to give the plus 3% crits to multiple groups is going to be fantastic. So the way that this works is this allows me to shapeshift 100% free and also increases the aura effect of Moonkin Aura, Tree of Life, and Leader of the Pack. That's bonus critical hits for spells or physical attacks, and 10% extra bonus healing for all people within 40 yards of the Tree of Life. Kind of a weird juxtaposition with the statement that I just made. You are going to want to be a tree to use this to get the bonus 10% healing, but how much is that really going to matter when you're clearing the raid and you're on the speed side of things, not in the progression side of things? Another huge upside in the items that I've seen is this core forged tier pieces. You can see that I have 2 items here. They're the same item, Storm Rage Stompers and Storm Rage Stompers. You have the Draconic and the Core Forged. They have the same stats, right? But the Draconic versions are the tier 2 tier sets. Okay, now say what you will about the tier sets and their bonuses, the 2, 4, and 6 piece bonuses. If you like the tier 1 set bonuses, you can still build a tier 1 set with tier 2 level stats, right? 20 strength, 20 agility, and 20 strength, 20 agility. You can see that the raw stats are the same. It's just the tier pieces that are different. We're gonna have to do a little bit of simming to figure out which one's best, but I do think that the tier 2 6 piece is gonna be the way to go with 2 piece tier 2 of the tier 1. 2 piece core forged with 6 piece draconic for ferals. And the final really cool thing that was data mined is the Horn of Lorderon going baseline. Now, this isn't going to impact horde ferals that much, but I think this is a huge deal for alliance ferals. This is going to give that bonus agility and strength to all party members. All ferals are going to want to have a ret or other paladin in their group to get this bonus strength and agility. This is actually going to bring alliance groups up in line with horde groups because the shaman totems have always been slightly better than paladin blessings. The raw strength and agility is always better than just bonus physical attack because of the way our talents and other buffs work. Just absolutely fantastic. So let me know in the comment section down below your favorite things and your disliked things that have been data mined so far. Not just Pharaoh Druid, but anything. Resto or even, warrior, rogue, hunter, whatever you want to talk about. As always, stay hydrated and be safe out there.